Hi guys. So today I want to talk about Milwaukee batteries, and I want to talk about getting them from Amazon or getting them from the internet and saving money. So obviously the internet can be full of scams. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows somebody who's been scammed. They've been scammed themselves. They've had issues in the past. One of the things that I've seen come up on Amazon recently are Milwaukee batteries, specifically this XC 5.0 and the CP 2.5 high output battery. And I often see people in those listings asking, are these real? Are these fake? Are these some sort of scam? Can't be real. They're less expensive than what they should be. I think this battery retails for $100. I paid $64 for it. And this battery, the CP 2.5, retails for $80, and I paid $62 for that one. So first off, I can say that in my experience, they are real, legitimate batteries. I'll post links in the description to the two listings that I have bought the batteries from before. That's not to say that every single one of them would be and that no seller out there is going to try to screw somebody, but I have received legitimate batteries in legitimate packaging, often with like stickers from Home Depot or something along those lines stuck to them. So you can tell that they were, inventory pieces at some place at some time. So as you can see, here is the XC 5.0. It has the right sticker, it has the right part numbers on it, it has the right construction. It's the same as the legitimate batteries that I have bought from Home Depot or other sellers. So in my experience, these batteries have been good. Now you might be asking yourself, well, how can they sell them for so significantly less than somebody like a Home Depot or a Tool Nut or some other dealer that you might buy the batteries from? Well, I can think of three ways. Way number one would be bundles. So there are often times where Milwaukee does deals. So this ratchet I did a video on last week. This is the 2569-20 ratchet. They just did a promo where this ratchet's normally $250, and they did a promo where if you buy this ratchet, you get a CP 2.5 battery for free. Very cool. So sellers might be people that bought this unit, got this battery for free, and decided they didn't need it. If they sell that battery on Amazon for $60, now this ratchet, instead of being $249, becomes $190, and it saves them some money on their ratchet. So that's one good way that these batteries will end up on Amazon, on eBay, on other sellers' markets. Way number two, bundles. So Milwaukee often sells bundles where you buy a kit and it comes with 3 tools or 4 tools and a couple battery packs and a charger. Oftentimes stores will break up bundles and they will sell them as individual tools. My local hardware store does this all the time. There's an Ace Hardware right down the street from me. And I will walk in and there will be a bunch of DeWalt tools laying out on the counter, 15 drills and 15 angle grinders and 15 circular saws and 15 batteries and 15 chargers, and every single one of them will have a sticker on it. And that's because they can buy a kit of tools for less expensive than the individual parts, and they can offer something like 20% off of the normal retail price on a new tool that's being sold by a hardware store, and they can move inventory through their store of these kits in order to drum up sales or to just move product that they have on the shelf somewhere. So that's a good way that it happens as well. You buy a kit for $450. It comes with 3 tools, 2 battery packs, a charger, and a case. You sell the battery packs and charger, you recoup a portion of your money, and now you've got all of your tools for $350. So that's another common way. In that case, you normally wouldn't get it in the blister pack like this, so this battery is likely not from that. It's more likely from something like the deal that I mentioned originally, where you buy a tool and you get a battery for free. The third way that I can think of why these batteries might end up on here is that somebody that owns a store is trying to move additional inventory, and they're doing it at or very near cost in order to meet kickbacks, in order to meet thresholds to get kickbacks from Milwaukee. So a lot of companies, when they sell products to vendors, will have a cost that the vendor pays. They will have something called a MAP price, which is a minimum advertised price. That is the least amount that you're allowed to advertise that you're selling it for. And then they will have an MSRP, or manufacturer suggested retail price. So something like this battery might have a cost to a dealer of $64. It might have a minimum advertised price of $85 and a sale price of $100, or MSRP of $100. So in order to be fair to different vendors, the manufacturers will often sell products for the same cost regardless of how much you buy. So let's say you're buying speakers from JL Audio, right? You're a dealer for speakers. That's the world that I came from, so I'm very familiar with that. So you're a speaker dealer for JL Audio. Well, JL Audio is going to sell the same product to Crutchfield for a price that they sell to you for that same price, regardless of how many units each of you move. But what they will do is they will put incentives on the backside, where if a dealership sells $100,000 worth of product in a month, they will give them a rebate for a certain percentage of the product sales, or for a certain amount, or for some free product or something like that. A lot of vendors do that. A lot of manufacturers do that. It's a way to be fair to the moms and pops while also incentivizing the companies that move more product. My parents own a restaurant. Pepsi used to do the same thing. You buy enough product, they give you a bunch of free cases. Well, it's very likely that Milwaukee offers a very similar program to its high volume dealers. So if you're a company that needs to meet $100,000 in sales in a quarter to meet some sort of incentive, and you've met $90,000 worth of sales, you might buy a bunch of products that you can liquidate quickly, like batteries. Buy $10,000 worth of batteries, sell them online at or near cost, or maybe even slightly below cost, but you get a large kickback in the form of a rebate that makes these batteries essentially free, so all of that money becomes gravy. So those are the three ways that I can think of, based on my experience, that they would be able to move these batteries for such an insane discount over what you're paying at the big box stores, even Home Depot. If you can think of anything else that I maybe forgot, put it in the comments. If you're familiar with the products, feel free to put that in there too. In my opinion, this is a great way to get a good battery for a cheap price. You could say that it does hurt the smaller companies. It probably honestly does. That's probably fair. And if you've got a local hardware store, you've got people that you look up to, that you want to support, that are local and putting the effort in, do it. No one can fault you for that. No one can fault you for spending additional money to support a local business. For me, all of the shops around me are Home Depot, Ace Hardware, True Value. These are large organizations that are moving, millions of dollars of product a year. There are a bunch of online sellers like ToolNut and Amazon and other places like that that are very similar to that. I don't have, Joe's hardware store down the street that is, trying to sell these and being undercut by the big guys. And maybe that's a byproduct of the fact that they've been undercut by the big guys for so long that they went out of business. That could be fair as well. In my experience, these are real batteries. They are official Milwaukee batteries. I've had zero issues with any of them, and I've purchased maybe a half a dozen of them in the last couple of years, and they've all been very good. I do have legitimate CP 2.5s that I've got from Home Depot, and I've compared them to ones that I've purchased on Amazon, and they've been identical batteries as well. So I'll put the links again in the description. If it helps you out, great. Feel free to comment down below if you've had different experience or if you've got something to add. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe and have a great day.